Thank you all for being here. This is a tremendous day. It's a tremendous moment. Since Carolyn Chang quoted a singer, I'm gonna quote the great Sam Cooke. I was born by the river in the little tent, and just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but today, a change is going to come. With this legislation, a change is going to come. We're going to look forward to working with the governor and the speaker and the Senate president to make sure this bill gets pushed forward. Because the fact of the matter, this country's foundation was founded on black people. The fact of the matter, the wealth that this country had since 1619 through slavery in order to create the Revolutionary War. This country wouldn't have had the money to succeed from England if it didn't have profited from slavery. So America itself owes itself to Africans. The wealth that was created from 1619 to the Revolutionary War. And then it was black folks who fought in the Revolutionary War. It was black folks when they were losing in the port in Georgia. They brought some folks from Haiti over to help out. It was black folks who fought in the Civil War. Every war this country has ever fought, it was black folks fighting. Not only did we fight for our own self, but we fought for the freedom from all folks. Frederick Douglass knew that there was a suffrage of women. Every legislation, every positive or progressive legislation around immigration, around the LGBT community, was done because of the war and the fighting that black folks has done to amend the American Constitution. We have never just fought for ourselves. We have fought for the dignity of every human being and every citizen represented here in this country. Since 1868, when the country was grappling who were citizenships, they passed the bill in 1868. That's full citizenship for every person. And 100 years later, the two most important events happened in our nation's history. 100 years later, from 1868 to 1968. The first was, I was born. 1968, November 20th, 1968. The second was the assassination of Dr. King that shaped this country, that changed this country to look at itself for the first time since Reconstruction. For the first time, this country started having a conversation about poverty and race with the Great Society Initiative. For the first time, we started to look at and see what have we done and what we should be doing. So the problem, and I'm going to wrap up, the problem is, and when we talk about reparations, Carolyn, it forces this nation to look at themselves and see who they really are. And when they see who they really are, the history comes back that the myth of whiteness begins to fade away. Because some folks believe that they're white. And because they believe that they're white, they believe that they're better than others. That's called white supremacy. But in fact, the settlers who came to this country weren't white. They were Irish. They were Dutch. They were Italian. They were Germans. Y'all don't hear me in here. So the reason why we created white was to exploit, to take advantage, and to create a system that blacks would never get reparations. Because I want some money. Money that's owed to my ancestors. Money through mortgages that we were denied for years. Money through insurance companies that we got to pay higher rates than other neighborhoods. Y'all don't hear me in here. Now, I'm going to wrap up by saying this. It's been a long time coming. But with this legislation, the change can come. And the support that black folks have always given America, that support needs to come back now for reparations. Thank you very much.